guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Riders. We're back in that special parking spot because guess what? I have one special performance sedan for you. This is it. This is the 2023 Audi S8. But before we get into the maximum size of this Audi and all the luxury and performance it brings, let's talk about what's going on here. Audi, it's one of those top 3 German Euro brands that have been doing the business for decades. And one thing that many people know Audi for, of course, is the Audi R8. Now that being that supercar with all that V10 goodness, and of course Audi dominating for many years the coveted 24 Hours Le Mans, they have some other vehicles in their lineup where they take that same performance philosophy and inject it 20 times over. This S8 is one of those vehicles. Now, in their sedans, it makes sense. A3, A4, A5, A6, A8, you're going on your size. So this particular S8, which is the performance variant of the A8, goes up specifically against the BMW 7 Series and, of course, the Mercedes AMG S-Class. But what I want to find out is this Audi with its quattro all-wheel drive, twin turbocharged V8 power, and all that great history that goes with the brand, is this the better performance luxury sedan over the competition? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this Audi S8 and find out. Right off the bat, the sheer length of this vehicle, it's unbelievable that you could get performance from a vehicle this size, but wait until you hear about the numbers. But starting at the front of the business, you have that change up in that design that's been going through the different models in Audi's lineup with the headlight housing. Audi does such a great job with full LED headlights, daytime running lamps, and of course, turn signals, looking really crisp. I love the action that you get from the motion of the lighting. And what's really wild is that at night when you fire up this beast, it actually projects Audi in front of you on maybe your garage wall, parking garage, wherever you're parking this vehicle, it actually projects Audi in LED lighting in front of you. Pretty cool to let you know you're in something special. Now, working your way down, we do have some massive, mega functionality, and you could actually see the heat exchangers that are lurking behind this front fascia. The one zonk I'm gonna have to give it is this guy right here. Why do we need a fake vent? What they should have done is taken this bar, extended it all the way, and had this whole top portion open. That would have made a lot more sense, but for the most part, you're getting some massive functionality. You'll see a little bit of gloss black. They didn't go gloss black heavy on the front fascia like they have in the past, and I'm gonna show you as we go across. Now, as we come across that open face grille, this is where we see a little bit of a taming of the gloss black. Once upon a time, this whole thing would just be covered all in gloss black, but now it's just the individual accents. Of course, you got the S8 badge. When you see S and that red, you know you're getting more performance. It has the optional blacked out Audi badge. That's that auto union badge, the 4 German auto manufacturers that formed together during the World Depression. You do have your forward-facing camera, and I love this aggressive splitter that's gonna help give us some functional downforce and scoop gobs of air into that front radiator to keep the temps down. Now, when we get up onto that long, low-slung hood, I love the fit and the finish. It's almost like the Egyptians built this Audi S8 because of how paper close all the gaps are. Really nice how it curves right towards the A-pillars. And then as we curve around the bend, what do we work with wheel and tire stuff? You're gonna get these optional multi-spoke 21-inch wheels, gloss black with the auto union badge. You have these ginormous race car inspired calipers with the S badge on them. And then if you're wondering, well, Joe, what kind of setup are we looking at when it comes to the tires? So basically you're looking at 265 on the width up front, 35 series sidewall, and you have, like I said, those beautiful 21-inch wheels. Now this does have an active air ride suspension, and what's cool is that Right now it's in the lowest of settings. When you open a door, it raises up a little to help you with getting in and out of this beast. But definitely the wheels with this blue is spectacular, the way that it sparkles in the sun. Say that 10 times fast. Spectacular, sparkle, sun. I'll send you a prize. But let's continue down the side here. Of course, we got quattro all-wheel drive. Gonna keep this big sedan planted. You have painted black on the mirror caps with some body color blue and the LED lighting. Of course, you have power folding mirrors, side mirrors. Color matched on the door handles. We have a massive, ginormous panoramic sunroof, gloss black around the window trim, and then a little bit of gloss black along that lower sill. Working our way back, you see the length. I mean, this is the passenger door right here. Look at how this thing opens. This is mega. This is mega massive and mega performance, and of course, mega luxury. Working our way towards the rear. I love the crisp lines. It's like taking a piece of paper, you're making a paper airplane in class. Nice crisp lines coming into the rear fender. When we look at the rear setup, of course, you're gonna get those 21-inch wheels, all four corners. But what's nice is that when it comes to the 21-inch wheels and it comes with the braking, you have 265 on the width as well out back. Like I said, it's gonna send power. This is rear-wheel drive base. It's gonna send power to the front with that quattro all-wheel drive system. And then swinging it around back, I am gonna zonk the top of the trunk. And the reason why is I wish there was some type of trunk lid spoiler, just a nice kick up to give it that little extra style to match as that EcoBoost Mustang is running off into the sunset because it's afraid of this sedan. This sedan would blow the doors off that EcoBoost Mustang that just zoomed off. But you do have your beautiful LED lighting, taillights, just like up front. Goes all the way across, blacked out on the Audi badge. You got your S8 badge, and then dropping it like it's hot. Guess what? We got quad tip exhaust, functional. My only zonk is I wish they were gloss black. Let me know if you think that they would look better gloss black, or if you like the chrome oval opening on that quad tip exhaust and nice diffuser in the back. But why don't we go ahead, let's go ahead and compare performance of this Audi A8 with the BMW and the Mercedes AMG. Let's go pop the hood on this S8. All right, guys, we got that mega size hood open. You do have hood struts. One of the things I want to show you is that you actually have functional air scoops on this vehicle. They're hidden on the underside of the hood. You can see these ginormous openings and where that air is gonna flow to this section. And then when the hood is closed, that's where it's gonna seal up against your two air boxes. One on the passenger side, one on the driver's side. You could see the air filter, the cone filter lurking inside. Also, you'll notice all the bracing that they do to stiffen up the front end of the business. And then a ginormous, I could almost use that as a surfboard of an engine cover. Now, what do we got underneath that engine cover? First of all, the engine cover's, it's tasteful, but it is large and in charge. You're looking at a 4-liter twin turbo V8 pumping out 563 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Quarter mile goes by at 11.8 seconds at 120 miles an hour. Top speed is governed to 155 miles per hour. MPGs, you might want to plug your ears. And if you want more MPGs, I'll show you a nice Prius that will maximize those numbers. But you're looking at 14 in the city, 23 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs 5,250 pounds. So really a tour de force when it comes to raw power and technology in this Audi S8. But it's that magic moment. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's fire up this beast and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside this low, long, and definitely quick 2023 Audi S8. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, you know what? I want to treat myself. I have really been smart with how I spend my money. The kids have moved out, thank God, finally at the age of 32. And I'm ready to spoil myself. I'm wanting one of these Audi S8s. How much is it? So MSRP, the way that this particular one is optioned, is right around $136,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panel. So you're gonna get nice leather up top with the contrast stitching. Somebody went ahead and poured carbon fiber all over the door panel. There is a large area gloss black, and I am gonna zonk that, but you do have 2 memory seat settings. I love the Alcantara microfiber suede material in the center. Nice stitching on the armrest, more carbon fiber, and then a door pocket that's large enough for easily, I would say, 4 foot-long subs from Subway. So get one of each, cold cut trio, get a meatball sub. Just don't get the tuna, because remember, the tuna is not real tuna. It's like some make-believe stuff. But going from the door panel to the dash, love the carbon fiber, love the stitching, even love the silver trim and the ambient lighting. Where they lose me is on the amount of gloss black. It's just I wish this was carbon fiber as well. Very fancy on how you open and close the AC vents. You just slide. There's no actual thing that you control on the AC vent itself. You just go like that. And then on the vent, you're just going up or down or left or right. But the only way to open and close them is you do it with your sliding of your finger right there. And then as we slide on in, you got over 10 inches of pure, clear infotainment system. Of course, Google Maps, very, very functional. You go to your home screen, we could go into vehicle. Obviously, this is where we could get things like vehicle data, brings up your active suspension and everything. We go back, we could go into Audi Drive Select. We're gonna keep it in dynamic. That's the full sport mode on Audi vehicles. And then you go right back to home, and we even got more icons. You can check out the weather and stuff. Throw it into reverse. They always do a bang up job on their cameras. Nice resolution. You got your trajectory and your 360. So they got you covered there. You hit 3D. There we are, 3D style in the parking spot. So kind of cool the way you have that flexibility. You could even look down and change the different views on the 3D. So that makes it really nice as well. Coming down, you got an 8-inch system here that's gonna help control all of your AC controls. You got your dual climate, and what I like is you could separately control the blower fan. So Steven likes to have his down on a 1, and he likes it a little warmer. So he gets to have that, where I like it colder and a little bit more air. So you can make those easy adjustments. You could also raise and lower the screen in the back window, all power sliding. And then of course you're gonna have ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, Drive Select. You could go through here, start stop button, you get an actual volume knob. I don't like the amount of gloss black here. This should be carbon fiber, but they did give us the carbon fiber on the sides, on the actual shifter for the 8-speed automatic transmission. And then of course you open this guy up, what do we got? 2 cup holders, a 12 volt, and you have your Audi key fob, very classy, with the S badging on the back. I like that touch. Close that door, soft leather. You could open up 1, you could open up 2, and you got enough room in here that they have 2 USB-Cs, and I would say you could fit 6 luxury Twinkies. And if you're wondering what's the difference, the luxury Twinkies have gold flake in the cream. It's edible gold flake, so you could try to take a pair of tweezers and pluck it out and then maybe go cash it in at a local gold cashing store, but I wouldn't recommend it. Seats, the leather, the S badge, the beautiful stitching, the bolstering, of course, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. Where they lost me, besides those chrome exhaust tips, I gotta zonk the headliner. Why do we have a light white headliner in here? It makes absolutely 0 sense, but you do have, of course, that split action on the panoramic sunroof, some glass up front for the front passengers, and then of course I'll show you what we got in the rear. But before then, coming over the business side, I want to show you behind the wheel of this S8. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Now, what's interesting is I wanted to show you that each of the doors have a secret compartment where you could keep your most prized possession. So if you have maybe, I don't know, some type of, blue ribbon that you won in track and field in school, you could keep that in there, snug as a bug. You got the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and we have the S badge on the sill plate with LED lighting and a pedal box made for a race car. Love the aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and throttle, and that V8 sounds good. You got your seat controls, also covered in some aluminum finish, a little bit of gloss black, but the good news is you're not gonna see the fingerprints. And then, of course, I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom in here. Steering wheel, they do a great job. Two-piece leather, the stitching, nice thin spoke. You got the S badge, you even got stitching on the horn button. You see how that elevates the whole feel? And then you do have paddles on the back of the wheel, but I am gonna have to zonk them. They're made out of plastic, not metal. So that's a bit of a zonk, but I do love the virtual cockpit and how you could change it very easily. All the readouts and information on the far left, you could scroll through. And then of course, you have the ability of scrolling through other information across the top, like your navigation. Cool to have that right there in the center gauge. And you have a head-up display, and you have augmented reality for your safety features and whatnot. But let's get into that limo-sized rear seat and show off everything that's in store for you in this S8. All right, guys, backseat time, super large opening. And then, of course, you have so much room back here. I love the way they got the AC vents, a pair of them in the actual frame. You got some of the speakers from that Bang & Olufsen sound system, some carbon fiber to look at, and then a large pocket where you could easily keep, your GQ magazines, your Forbes, Business Daily, maybe even a Newsweek or two in those pockets. And then of course you got a little bit of a command center here, that same swiping action on the AC vents as up front. So you got two more here. Open this guy up and you got two 12 volts. Now you may think I need to zonk this, but watch, you'll see that these are a bonus because there's some other touches. Love the stitching. And then even up top, you have your vanity mirrors for both passengers back here so you can stare at yourself. And remember, very important, you gotta be able to love yourself. So look at yourself in the mirror each day and say, I love you, because you gotta love yourself before you can love anybody else. And that's just a little tip from Rady's Rides to you. But they got the vanity mirrors doing their thing, sitting back here. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, where is there a center armrest or something? Well, first of all, just look at the amount of freaking room I have back here. I'm 6 feet tall and I feel like I shrunk. Honey, I Shrunk Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. That's the next movie coming out. But watch this. That's the sound it makes. You actually have a very similar center console area as the front in the back with your dual climate, dual fan speed. You have heated seats, but no ventilated seats. That's a zonk at $130-something thousand. Open this guy up. We got our USB-Cs, and you got enough room in here for a 1-pound bag of Skittles. Just crack it open, dump it in, and you could see the rainbow out the sunroof, and you could also taste the rainbow, which is really nice. And then this, oh, almost forgot. Of course, we got to have our cup holders. Easy to get to. They don't want you to stretch to have to get your cup. And then you go right back like this, and then you're good to go. Security shades, all power shades, rear and the side. See, watch this. I'm gonna make it work here. So you can do that, see? Shade goes down, nice power setup on that. I could let the sun in with my own power shade for my glass roof back here. Pardon me. I guess the big question is, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? But anyways, let's go ahead, let's get into that trunk and see what we could fit, or at least what our chauffeur could fit in the back seat of this S8. All right, guys, time to get into the trunk. You're gonna hit the button. Nice electric assist. You're gonna be greeted to 13.1 cubic feet of space. I do like the way they have the required cargo net for a box of luxury Twinkies. And then you have a lower cargo floor. Lifting up that cargo floor, you do get a spare. So surprisingly, no can of flat fix and an electric air compressor, which is a nice touch. Now, of course, the seats do not fold down, but that is part of the luxury side of this vehicle when you're being chauffeured around by Jason Statham. But you know what? I don't have Jason Statham with me, but I got this guy right here, Joe Rady from Rady's Ride. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle together in the S8. All right, guys, we're inside this 2023 Audi S8. I have it in dynamic mode. We're gonna start off with the 8-speed automatic doing its own shifting with that quattro all-wheel drive. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Wow, I tell you, this is the Transporter's Audi. Nice brakes, great feedback, and it's a bullet train. It really is. On those big binders, look at this. Wow. My God. I tell you, the speedometer, it's so crazy how fast the numbers fly by, but feedback is phenomenal coming from the front end. Love the sound of that twin turbo V8. It's just, this shows that you don't have to go Audi R8. Yes, if we were driving an Audi R8, we would know that that on-throttle experience is gonna be something super special. But this is a way where you could have full luxury sedan usability, but you're also getting those same great attributes. A quattro all-wheel drive, twin turbo V8, the inside, which is just appointed with beautiful leather everywhere, great materials, easy to get to the infotainment system, all of the switch gear, and then you got the virtual cockpit, which is a thing of beauty with the Google Maps and everything in it. It makes you rethink everything that you know about a sedan, and with the rear wheel steering, this thing turns so quickly, so precise. All right, guys, we're gonna go on throttle again from a dead stop. Love the launch control. You hold the brake and the throttle, release on throttle. God. Very balanced. The suspension does a great job. Absolutely great job. Those massive brakes, look at this. Heck yeah! Nice! I'm telling you, the rear wheel steering is just a magic maker here. Hey, look at that. And remember, this isn't an RS8. This is an S8, but yet it just packs so much. I couldn't imagine another, say, 50 horsepower, 100 horsepower out of this thing. It really shows up those BMWs and those Mercedes AMG products for sure. It really does. And the great news is, when you're doing your normal drive, even in dynamic mode, the suspension is great. The seats are phenomenal. It's nice and quiet in here. I could use a little bit more V8 rumble when you're on throttle, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. I love hearing just the spooling of the turbo, or I should say the twin turbos, and obviously how it gets the power to the ground in this thing. But let's do a slow roll, second gear, 28 miles an hour, 3,000 RPM. Oh, here we go. Digs deep and it's off. The brakes, look at this, so balanced. It just has so much grip. It just inspires confidence out of the whole car and you. Really, really nice. Look at this. Wonderful job. I tell you, they did such a great job with this car. Really did. All right, guys, one more time for me, definitely one more time for you. I took the shifter, that carbon fiber shifter, moved it over to the right. Now we're gonna use the paddles. You do have a gear indicator in the center there. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Wow. The shifts are very, very fast. Look at this. Jeez Louise. Fifth gear. On the brakes. Down the fourth. So tossable. Look at this. And then when you get a straight road, it's on, man. Unfreaking believable. The suspension, the chassis, everything comes together, and the shifts are precise. You could bet your life savings on the shifts. They're that precise. They're so freaking fantastic and smooth. And it allows you to downshift properly when you want to. This car is something else. But we're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been one of those mind-blowing on-throttle kind of days with this Audi S8. Definitely want to thank everybody at Audi USA for allowing us access to this press vehicle. Let me know what you think. Is this the best performance, full-size luxury sedan for the money in the market today? Let me know which way you're gonna go in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rides family. Of course, we got idiots that like to just drive through, but hey, that's what we do when we're here on Radies Rides. We don't let it distract us, but we keep it rolling. If you are a subscriber, you know how we do it. Thank you for your awesome support. Got to give it up to Stephen Flood Photography. He does not flinch. He actually had a crow land on his head today, and he kept filming. So definitely show him some love in that comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.